Welcome. We are health-focused professionals of various realms, and we invite you to join us as we explore the Witherwild, one of the core campaign frames of Daggerheart. Daggerheart is a tabletop role-playing game from the creative minds at Darrington Press and Critical Role. I'm Justin the Wizard, and I'll be running this game. I'm joined by a cast of characters, featuring Sheila as Solara, Jeff as Salazar, and Andrew as Solis, with art by Midnight. We're hoping to share the therapeutic experiences of dice and paper table games with the broader health and wellness provider community. This allows us to represent our real-world problems in a fictional sandbox that can be freely explored. We're going to be improvising a fantasy tale together, and would be honored to have you join us. We'll chat about more, like stories behind the characters, or how tabletop gaming applies to coaching, counseling, and healthcare at patreon.com/JustinTheWizard. Solara. Another new day. And there's nothing as exciting on this day as there had been previously. Yesterday, there was the kind of the thorn vine that you had to help another fairy with. Today, you wake up to a chill sensation emanating from your mirror. You can roll for instinct if you'd like to get more information, or you can do something besides that if you wish.
Oh, this is an early morning, right?
Yeah, you're
So
kind
I'm
of
thinking
waking up.
dawn, it's quiet,
Yeah, the sun's
sun's
still
not
low
out
in the
yet.
sky. Yeah, it's like lighting up the sky, but it's still
Mm,
blue.
my
Mm,
favorite time.
mm.
My favorite time. So it's a chill day. And what I'm sensing actually is a wisdom of the oracle. Wanna wanna draw
Okay.
and be guided by my friend Energy Life. And what will the day bring for me today? Let's see. Well, let's go with that. And we drew upside down 31. Why? I don't know if you can see.
What does it mean to Solara?
I don't feel for it. Why? It's why. Upside down, it's a protection. So, reading first what it might mean as a protection. It says that sometimes subconsciously denying the truth may drive you toward a specific outcome that actually aligns with an intention hidden from your awareness. For example, you may want to be prominent in your profession, but your desire is not really about sharing your talents, but about making yourself feel better. Because fame would cause people to admire and approve of you. Or you may want to reunite with a partner who rejected you because you believe that your love continues to be strong, but deep down, what you really desire is to have the last word with that person. Now is the time for deep soul searching of the why that drives your choices. What you uncover will set you free and bring you ever closer to the happiness you seek. Hmm, early morning.
And there's a
Um,
specific chill emanating from your mirror
mm,
with this reading that you've done of your environment.
yeah. And I'm trying to sense my mirror. I'm getting chills also. Am I going to see somebody that matters to me? Or why? Why? I wonder about the why, what happened yesterday with the thorn.
You can roll for instinct or knowledge, your choice.
Knowledge.
Go ahead.
Because that's a room for improvement, knowledge.
Yeah, so you'll be rolling. You can click in Demiplane, you can click on the knowledge plus 0 to bring up a knowledge roll, and then let me know what the duality roll comes out to.
22. Hope
22.
of
And what are.
10, fear of 12.
Okay.
So we'd fear.
Yeah. Plus 1 fear for me goes into my chart. You are simultaneously thrilled to see a friendly, familiar face in the mirror. And you understand now where the chill from the mirror was
Yeah.
coming.
Mm, absolutely. Been a long time. But at the same time, why? Why now? Why just after also what happened last time with the thorn, which was yesterday only? Why now, though? Why now?
So, given that you did roll a very high success overall, you glean that there is a connection between the faint divinities guarded by Salazar's order and the stories that you've been told of a time before time.
Mm,
And we'll get back to that because now we're going to check in on Salazar.
mm,
Salazar, last time that we were in your vicinity, you had come to the fresh realization of nefariousness and something has been done that could not be allowed. The Archmage Phylax entered a sacred space and left with a relic that is part of the sustaining of the world as it is understood. Salazar became aware of the unique awareness of this situation held by Salazar himself and Krail, the spymaster of Haven. As you have realized while still in the vicinity of Thaddeus, the possibility that you are now in the frame of an investigation. What would you like to do?
So, as he said, cannot be. This is all that we do here at the Order is to protect. So, so first I'm overwhelmed with distress, but I must also stay liquid and think. So I must investigate, yes, and not be investigated. So I will take Creel uh, and take him to Piketown. He and I must leave immediately.
So, first challenge then. Um, Thaddeus is making a reach for your arm, trying to apprehend you. Thaddeus is confused, has just woken up, and has very little understanding of the situation right now because of the incapacitation that occurred at the hands of Phylax. So Thaddeus is trying to apprehend with an intention of interrogating you. To carry out your intention, you'll have to get away from Thaddeus first. So,
A
Thaddeus
decision
is trying
rife
to
with
grab.
danger and challenge.
Thaddeus is trying to grab at you, and that is going to be a um, well. I'm going to have you roll for agility, and you're welcome. You mentioned both your status as a sentinel as well as staying liquid. You're welcome to apply potentially both experiences if you wish, because I believe you have sufficient hope to do so. Yeah, yeah. You could spend two hope and add both of your experiences to this roll if you want to weight it heavily.
Uh, I'm. I think. I think I'll preserve that for now and
Okay.
go. Thaddeus is a bit. Well, he's Thaddeus, and he's a bit discombobulated at the moment, anyway.
All right. Well, go ahead and make your agility roll then to get away. You're trying to dodge away.
I have an 11 with fear.
Okay. Thaddeus's hand wraps around your wrist. The ice layer on your scales there instantly melts to a liquid and causes his hand to slip away. You just barely got out of that hand. It's now time for some athletics. So, another agility roll, please, to get away from Thaddeus's immediate vicinity. Thaddeus is still on the ground, so you have every advantage to get a head start.
All right, here we go.
And you're with advantage.
Uh, Sorry, what's the advantage?
You can check the advantage box in the roll.
Let me do that. So add the
So this would
additional green.
be
Yeah, yeah.
plus advantage and then plus
Yep,
one if you're doing a
yep.
duality roll from scratch. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is an agility trait roll again, yes?
Yes. You have to sprint away.
Critical success.
Excellent. Yeah. So you actually
14.
not go ahead and gain your hope, and not only do you get some distance, but Thaddeus trips, and in trying to stand too quickly, you can tell Thaddeus gets lightheaded and kind of falls down. Thaddeus is now losing track of you quickly.
And one hope, right?
You got one hope for that. Yep. Your next challenge is to locate Krail. You believe Krail should be where you last saw him. So I will let you get knowledge with advantage or instinct. So you can either recall with advantage where Krail was, or you can use perception and senses and your navigation of the area that you know with instinct. Knowledge with advantage.
Instinct. I will use instinct because I can't trust Creel to stay where I put him.
Right. That's a good call. So go ahead and give me that roll.
With advantage? Or not? On instinct?
The instinct, no advantage, just
right.
+2 from your instinct.
Yeah, okay. 13 with fear.
You find Krail, and I gained a fear. The effect of that fear is that Thaddeus is shouting now. And the shout is effectively, don't let Salazar get away. You know, you're kind of hearing that echoing through the halls. So all of a sudden, people that aren't used to this kind of emotion are hearing Thaddeus's voice recognizable through the halls, indicating that you've done something. There's confusion. I'm not sure this is resulting in immediate change of the actions of others besides Thaddeus. But certainly it adds to the need to go.
Yes, and this just...
So you do find Krail. Krail's like, Salazar, what happened? And do you let him continue talking, or is this like a scoop up and go?
We're going now. Come with me.
Okay. So how do you execute that action?
Fly?
You're going to pick Krail up and fly?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay. So let me look this up, make sure I know how to do this. So I'm marking that you're flying. This is going to marked your stress to pick up another willing creature. He does not resist. Well, hang on. Go ahead and give me a strength roll.
Okay. Just normal strength roll, right? 19 with fear.
Yeah, no problem at all. Even if Krail tried to resist, wouldn't have successfully resisted. So you do. I'm counting Krail as willing. You have Krail in arms. You are on your wings power, and you know a particular window that you sometimes leave through, and you have a path to it. So now it's just a make sure that you get through the window with your wings in the proper posture. They are bigger than the window. You know this. So this is an agility check to make sure that you get through. And this is the last step of the process to see if you get out of the monastery unharmed.
Yeah, and Creel just needs to deal with the flip roll we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm. So what's going on?
Quick question. You added the stress for my flying to my sheet already, right?
I did, yes. Krill's like, anyway, yep.
All right. So we are doing a agility.
Yep, agility.
$13 with hope.
What an interesting result. So you make it through. You gain a hope. I think your hope stays neutral because we didn't mark the hope off for taking flight. So there'll be. I think you're still at 5.
I think that's only stress.
Stress.
Wings of flight. When flying, mark a stress. Spend a hope.
Never mind. Spend a hope
damage.
for damage. Yep. Never mind. Yeah. No hope. No hope needed. You just do it.
Yeah.
Your wings are cool.
Yeah.
You're now at full hope. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. But I've lost Creel?
No, not really.
Or am I juggling him on the way?
Krill's flailing and not really used to being picked up by flying people. And you make it through the window because you know your posture that needs to be held in order to get through cleanly. Krill's leg gets caught on the bottom of the sill and it sort of throws off your balance for a moment. You still get through the window, but Krill suffers an injury. And is now going to be like limping at best on his own power. So that's kind of the consequence here. You have the ability to help that type of injury out as a seraph. So if you choose to do that, that's an option. Or you can get away and then discuss it later. So now that you're clear of the monastery on your wings power, it's very easy for you to get enough distance that you're out of sight and out of range of any kind of weapon. So getting Krail to his chosen destination is no big problem. It's a small nearby town on the Haven side of the mountains, and you're able to get there just fine. The choice is yours whether to provide healing to that ankle.
Yeah, once we arrive, once I get Kraildern to Keener's Pike, we pause for a moment, and I want to have a conversation with him to explain what has happened, and I also want to take care of the injury. I want to have a chance to compare some notes with him and to make sure that he and I at least are on the same wavelength as to what information he tried to tell me and warn me about and what I've learned since, and also potentially to make a plan for where I go next.
Got it. So part of this conversation could have happened in the air while you're on the way to save time. So the first part of the conversation is more or less, oh, my ankle. But then there's, immediately after that, there's kind of the switch to, Salazar, what happened in there? I didn't see the Archmage leave.
Oh, Krail, it's unbelievable. The Archmage. They think me. No, this can't be. Okay. So, the Archmage somehow incapacitated Thaddeus and had a image of Thaddeus there and broke into the chamber where the great owl Nicta is. And as I was coming in, I arrived just in time to see Archmage Phalanx remove he removed the amber stone, the reaping eye of the great owl Nicta. He took only the amber stone. And then he just, with a smirk and a taunt, he just disappeared into thin air.
This is terrible news. I About the reaping eye, what happens to the seasons? What happens to the order of life?
What happens to the order? What happens to all of us? Everything. It's never been. I don't think any of us know. I mean, that is the job of my. That is my essence of my job, of our order, and of the great owl Nicta.
Thank you, Salazar, for the information. I don't know if it's safe in most of Haven, given this information for me. I do have places to hide and allies that I trust, and I will take advantage. I'm going to be limited in my ability to investigate this, but I will do what I can from the Haven side. I suspect the Archmage, they probably can't afford to bring the Reaping Eye into Haven. I don't know where they would have gone with it, though. So I implore you, if you can, spend your energy, spend your time, try to find it again, try to return it home. Clear your name. Well, hopefully we can do it before too much harm comes to the land.
Ah, yes, of course, in service and in necessity. The information, you think that they didn't take it? Do you have any idea what they intend to do with it? Or have they destroyed it? Or do you think they've just hidden it away so that Nicta can't see to fulfill the changing of season, the cycles of nature?
So Nicta sows and reaps. When Nicta sows in the spring and summer, we have growth and life. When Nicta reaps in the fall and winter, we have decay and death. What does a world of unchecked growth look like? What does a world of endless summer feel like? What happens to the glaciers? What happens to the mountains that need their snow? What happens to the rivers?
Why
I
would
believe Phylax
mage?
is doing this to collect more of the red savior flower, but
Ah, what? What ends will Phalanx ever go to without understanding the consequences? Has not has not the stone death educated anyone as to the implications of interfering with the normal cycles of ancients?
the hubris of those in power.
Hubris is exactly the word I was thinking of. Evil hubris, maybe even.
It will doom
Although,
us all
hmm,
if we let it. We can resist. I still have power. You still have power. We have friends in the world. Druid fairy that you know. The small one.
yeah,
The beetle
yes,
fairy. You know the one.
yes.
What was her name?
Solara.
Solara could help you.
Mm,
Solara
yes.
has vision that has proven to be greater than expected.
Mm,
Though I
her
don't know
connection.
Solara directly, what you've shared of information from Solara's vision was always enlightening for my work.
Mm, and the connection she has to nature and the essence of all that she does, paired with her youth and innocence, gives a potential clarity that I did not have access to.
Indeed. Well, remember, we're all young compared to you, Salazar.
Ah, it's the eternal curse of the Eternals. I've one question though. This hubris of this Archmage Phalanx, would he? Do you think they would destroy the eye or hide the eye?
I think they would seek to wield it somehow or turn it into a
Mm,
weapon.
it
That's what I
makes
fear the
sense.
most, and that is what I'll be working to discern, is what could be done with it. I need you to find it so that I can research and learn what could be done.
Ah, Creel, my friend, I think we have a plan for now, and I think we have an understanding.
Fly fast, my friend.
Be safe, stay liquid, my friend.
Stay
I
liquid.
will explore on my journey.
Krail's gone. You don't even know where Krail is like this sometimes, where being a syndicate rogue, Krail is very much that kind of like there and gone and back eventually, but right now is gone. So
We healed him, right?
yeah, yeah, you managed to do that. So go ahead and mark off. I think that's a hope for spend 2 hope, and you cleared the hit point that was taken by the windowsill. And good work getting out of the monastery. That was a fun little scene.
So take away 2 hope,
Yeah, you'll take away 2 hope for the mending touch.
and that was for healing him. I didn't take I didn't take any damage. I have 2 stress from one from the previous and one from the escape from Thaddeus. All right.
And you'll need to rest again before doing another mending touch.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hang on. No, never mind. You didn't do the long rest version. That's a special. I'm still learning the game. We're all learning. Um, so
Here we are.
um, anyway, I'm very thankful for Demiplane putting all the rules for these characters in one place so that we can easily reference it. So thank you to the people that have made Demiplane and the Daggerheart Nexus. Um, appreciate it. Anyway, anything else for Salazar before we transition to the flight, the journey?
So do you need to know where I'm going next, or are we pausing for now?
Well, I think I know where you're going next, but do you want to make sure I know? I can help
Yes.
describe the scenery that's under you.
Yeah. So are we continuing?
We're going to continue a little bit longer, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yes. So uh, from here, now that Creel is gone, I will scout as much as I can along the journey to discover what may be going on with the serpent flesh to stone sickness and the farming attempts of the red flowers. And I am headed towards the tree spire to find and connect with Solara.
Okay. So, first thing, as you take flight over Haven, along the roads, there are numerous what look like statues, but you know that this is actually the victims of serpent sickness. When serpent sickness takes a soul, um, it ossifies them, meaning it's kind of a flesh to stone disease. Um, it happens very suddenly after a period of sickness. The ossification happens rapidly. So the road has been sort of littered with the effect of this sickness. Um, and a lot of times, the best that can be done is to maybe move the victims out of the way. So they're sort of along the sides of the road at this point. And otherwise, there are also, you can see at like various homesteads and farms, there are, um, the victim statues kept around the back or, various places. They all look like statues, um, and they are sort of locked in moments of pain. That's all mostly on the Haven side. It is quickly petered out when you cross the mountains. Serpent sickness has been connected, the healers have connected it to the dust of the great serpent from which the capital of Haven is constructed. And when that serpent's flesh decayed over time and turned into a dust and entered the soil, you might say that it kind of fermented and then became something else over time. And when it was disturbed again after that process of aging in the earth, it emerged as the serpent sickness. And so, in the discussion with Crail and Salazar just now, there was a little bit of mention of unforeseen consequences from hubris. And this is a good example of that. The serpent sickness is the consequence of felling a divinity power, this great serpent, and in its death, the city was able to be built from its remains. However, that city that became the namesake for Haven also became Haven's, greatest consequence, right? That dust. And because the dust is on the Haven side of a mountain range, Vanewick on the other side of the mountains has not been exposed to the dust at anything close to the same rate. even the monastery where the great owl is residing is at too high of an altitude for most of the dust to have reached. So the serpent sickness is very rare there. It's not common in humid areas where the dust is kept in the ground more readily. It's not common in, so basically, high altitude and humidity are protective. Water is protective, and the flower, usually white, 1 in 10,000 buds, is red. The red savior flower is the source of the only known cure. All these other things are protective, like prophylactic measures that can be taken, like staying in humid environments or at higher altitudes. But the curative effect can't come from direct magic. It requires this material component of the red flower. The petals that are red have a specific uh, ability to reverse the ossification process. And this is excellent news because it created an option to help Haven with their plague. Unfortunately, those flowers are so rare among the species that needs to be grown. And this is where Crail mentioned the crops were not doing very well previously. The white flowers are still so numerous and the red flowers so rare that Phylax has driven Haven's forces into an invasion of part of Fainwick, kind of a humid, low-lying bog area where they already knew the flowers grew well, and they've converted that area into something of a farmland to try to get more of the red flowers. When that was not going as well as planned, it seems that Phylax went to inhibit the decay process that these flowers are being ruined by, to encourage more growth, more of the flowers to bud, and not stop budding. So Phylax's research appears to have uncovered that the option for preventing decay processes and continuing the growth processes is to eliminate the reaping eye. And just like the serpent in the past being slain and becoming the serpent sickness, it does not seem like the long-term consequences are being considered for what might come of removing this reaping eye. Especially since they're only targeting the one species of plant for increased growth. What are the side effects of increasing growth for everything in order to target this one species? So that's all to kind of summarize what Salazar has learned with Crail, and to sort of connect it to the world's history in Fainwick and Haven. So you're seeing these statuesque individual victims, mostly on the Haven side. You see the roads that transition through the mountains. The number of victims drops dramatically as you get, like I said, to higher altitudes and then cross into the Fainwick side where it's more humid. Let me look at my map. So, on your path, first thing that you would pass by on the way to drop Crail off would have been a couple of lakes. relatively small, and surrounded by like statues of fishermen, still holding a fishing pole that is not ossified, but held by a statue. And the line is like broken off by a fish that long since broke the line. And so you see things like that around this lake. And after dropping Krail off, you decide not to fly back in the direction of the monastery, choosing instead more of a southwesterly path that puts you in visual range of the fields, the flowers. As you fly over that area, you knew the fields to have a predominant green and white flecks of red appearance. What you're seeing now is white with flecks of green and red. The flowers have gone crazy. And yes, there is more red. That effect is happening. So there does seem to be, a targeted effect has been achieved by the Archmage. And that is an early observation you're able to make. You're also able to see that like stones that as landmarks in the area where the fields have been developed are being covered up, even if they would have been visible while it was mostly green. Now you're seeing that those stones are like overgrown with extra, more plant growth. So you're seeing signs of increase of growth. Unchecked growth is apparent there. You're able to follow the waterways through the boggy areas until it gets a little bit drier and there's a waterfall. And this waterfall marks the point at which you should turn to the west, and around here is where you can more clearly see the tree spire on the horizon. At this point, you're looking across vast, what would usually be like amber fields of like wheat grass and wild grasses and things. And even though we're late in the summer into the fall time of year now, what you're noticing is like that lime green fresh grass color of new growth you're seeing in places around this field that indicates new growth among these grasses. So there's plenty of amber golden grass in this wide range of fields, but you're also noticing this like fresh growth indication. And it's normal for the sensation of flying towards the tree spire to be like that of a tree growing in front of you, where it starts small on the horizon and gets gradually bigger. But you swear it's like doing more than that. It's like actually like moving, rustling, like you're seeing like a movement to the growth in a way that isn't explained by the wind. And so you're seeing all these little signs of a constancy of growth that aren't normal. You're starting to see that, um, maybe for the first time, that decay is a constant part of life, an ever present part of everything, a very natural occurrence. And so the sensation of movement, of that which grows, that which is green, is apparent. And you're also um, this is a roll. I'm trying to figure out what it's going to be. Give me a knowledge roll with disadvantage.
With advantage?
Knowledge disadvantage.
Knowledge with a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So in addition to my already -1, add a disadvantage.
Mm. It's gonna be bad.
Darn all that fear you have. Let's see. I have an 11 with fear.
Okay, so I spent a fear to do that, but then got it back. So the other roll that I want is instinct with advantage.
$20 with hope.
So what you perceive and sense is that flying is easier. That's it. You perceive and sense that flying is getting easier for you, even as you're going. Like normally you'd get tired or um, things like that, but somehow it's like you're having to flap your wings less and you're getting farther on the same energy than you're used to, in a way that's kind of refreshing. But you don't know what that means or why that's happening. You're just getting that sensation. Solara. Good day, Solara. How you doing? Says Elder Aloon, who is, uh, starting their breakfast and sort of smearing uh, some
Do
spread
you
on
have
a.
Vegemite with you?
We can say it's. I don't think they have branded Vegemite, but um, it's a salty yeast spread. They're spreading onto some bread.
Is that what
Uh,
you're having right now?
that's what Aloon's having. Yeah. Uh,
Ooh, love some. I'd love some.
so Aloon cuts you a slice of bread and hands it to you
Ooh,
with a bit of the smear, and
mm, I
there you
love
go.
it. Love it.
And so says, "Good day. Anything planned?"
No, not really. Although it really bothers me since this morning. But this Vegemite is so delicious, actually. I really love this Vegemite. Let me take a bite first. It really is so nice. It's been a long time since I've had Vegemites and toast. Oh. Why did you say you came?
Well, I'm just having breakfast here. That it is another nice day. Uh, Not nearly as much excitement as yesterday. Not sure what that was all about. Uh,
What do you mean? What happened yesterday?
well, with the the other one.
Wait, do you have
Oh,
more Vegemite? Can I have some more Vegemite?
oh, sure. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Here we go.
on some toasts.
Yeah, yeah. They give it to you. Another slice of toast.
Ah,
Uh,
thank you, thank you, thank you. What happened
and
yesterday?
yesterday was the when the other fairy got pricked by the thorn that then like grew through their
Who
hand.
told you about that?
I saw it. I was there. I was helping
You were?
from. I was working on something else. I was farther away.
What were you working on?
Well, I was working on the. It's going to be the harvest moon soon, so we had the harvest preparations.
Oh, you know what would
Although,
so good in on the harvest moon? You know when we can put some what's that called? Some pavlova? Maybe we can put some pavlova in our harvest moon and maybe smear some Vegemite on the side. Do you think we could do
sure,
something like that?
I'm sure we could. Although I had a bit of a concerning sign last night when I was looking at the moon, in that it well
Out with it.
Sindri, and so Sindri says, "I." Sindri walks over. These are the two elders of the tree spire, and so it's breakfast time and everybody's having a nice relaxed time. Nobody's getting hurt today, and things seem to be okay. Uh, so Alun and Sindri.
Did
Alun,
Citri bring some Tim Tams?
okay, now you're going beyond my knowledge. What's a Tim Tam?
It's just this delicious, like a waffle, chocolate coated with nougat in there. Oh, it's so yummy. If you have some Vegemite, could I have some Tim Tams from Sidri? I'm sure he's brought some with him.
Yes, Sindri has the Tim Tams and gives you the gives you a Tim Tam. There you go. Uh,
Thank you.
so Sindri and Alun have a little bit of a side conversation where they are discussing their different signs. Sindri tends to look at the sun, and Alun tends to look at the moon. And between the
Mm,
two of them, they are generally going to be able to sort of plan for the seasons and uh, read the signs of the celestial bodies and sort of understand what's going on. Um, the the conversation that you pick up on though here is that Alun's noticing that the moon signs reversed course last night, and the
that's strange.
Sindri's talking about how the sun rose in the wrong part of the sky. So it's like,
I've got nothing to do with that. Nothing whatsoever. What are you
oh
telling
no,
me
we're
about
not
that?
we're not accusing you, Solara. Anyway, you been seeing anything recently?
Mm-mm, nothing.
You think about the cold signal from the mirror earlier.
Oh, that's right, that's right. My mirror was doing something so chilly earlier today. And I was playing with some oracle cards, and it came up with an upside down 31.
31. Oh,
Yeah, and I've been wondering why. Why did it come up with 31? But maybe,
that's
maybe it's because I really love your Vegemite, you know?
you want to know the slice?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Here you go.
Mm.
Um, and so
It really does have that taste, doesn't it? Brings
for
back some
salty.
memories.
hmm I've only had it in real life. I've only had it like once or twice, but it's not even my favorite thing. But I'm honoring it.
In real life, I love it
Nonetheless,
too, actually.
I believe it. So anyway,
But
here's where my
I have
train
a
of thought.
feeling it has something to do with Vegemite. Why I was getting those tingling sensation.
You think
Mm,
so?
or maybe. I have no idea. I have no idea. It doesn't happen often for me. But at the same time, the mirror was doing some gijamaji on the side. I have no idea, but it does make me a little bit frightened, you know?
Hmm. Did you see anything?
So, no, but I am so jolly glad that you're here. I feel a bit safer. Or maybe it's
Well,
because of that Vegemite, Does bring back some memories of me of eating Vegemites with my parents.
yeah, well, we do like to import it down from up north when we get the chance. So I know it comes from your homeland, uh, and you know we enjoy it too.
Next time, can I go with you?
I'm sure it's possible. We just gotta be careful. I think they're still looking for you up there. So
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
yeah, well, I mean, it's easy to forget when you're in a peaceful place and
Yeah,
enjoying things
yeah.
that there are the dangers of the
Let's
world.
not talk about that one because, shh, somebody's
Indeed,
listening.
you're right. You're right.
Shh, double shh.
So anyway, the breakfast with Alun and Sindri continues. Um, are you going to mention Salazar, the Salazar signal in the mirror at all to them? They might prepare for arrival
Sure,
if
I
you
trust my
do.
elders.
I've I've had it in mind that you trust these two.
But right this moment, I'm not sure.
Well, let's check. What do the dice say? So, um, you can give me a instinct roll
Okay.
with
And if it's a
advantage.
fear, I don't trust. If it's a
No, no,
hope,
no,
I
no.
trust.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you how to interpret it. So you just give me the
Okay.
numbers and whether it's hope or fear.
Roll. Instinct roll is a 14. It's a 6, 6. But that's 12. 6, 6
Six and
plus
six.
2.
So critical success. When
Yes.
the dice match, it's a success every time. So yes, you are feeling a great sense of trust and like adoptive kinship with the elders,
Um,
as you generally always do. These are two people that have very much been a part of taking you in and keeping you and your mother safe
I
here.
always get into trouble with them. That's why I'm not always keen in telling them everything that I know.
And that's fair. And so I think the combination of the Oracle 31 indicating like protection and bringing up questions and combining with that you saw Salazar, but maybe you don't want to draw too much attention to Salazar this time. Maybe this can't be one of those casual parties of the past. It
Right,
might need
just
to
just
be
just
a.
something is not quite right. Really,
Mm,
something's not quite right. Cause that little mirror does not always give me that bing 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 feeling.
mhm.
And to draw up
Did
a
you give yourself
card.
+1 hope?
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, so you
Do
can
I?
you'll be at 4 hope total, I
Yes, sir.
believe.
I have 4.
Great. Okay, so that gets us that roll's resolved now. So in deciding to keep it close to the chest, your day continues. At some point during the day, oi, on the horizon, is that Salazar? And yeah, sure enough, Salazar, you're spotted. Um, Elder Sindri has noticed you first while observing the sun for the day. And so I now pass the scene to the two of you after a short break. Okay,
I get
Salazar.
excited that I see Salazar.
So yeah, Sindri points out Salazar on the horizon, and it confirms your suspicion that you might be seeing Salazar soon. But also, this comes with concern that
Hmm.
you're right about. the fact that this is an urgency or maybe an emergency. So
And at this point, I'm still really like, is it Salazar that I should be cautious about, which is one of my closest best friends, or is it the elders that I need to be cautious about what I saw this morning?
maybe you should talk to Salazar about it.
And so with that, I really want to take a shortcut because I
Okay.
know a path that I can get to Salazar before he gets to our community or before the elders get to him. I want to get to my friend first before anybody does.
And would you like to describe what that looks like? How you do that? Salazar is on wings, so there's like a straight line path is one option.
I'm liking that.
Yeah.
Airborne,
Yeah, so that's the shortcut
but at the
in my
same
mind.
time, we want to be hidden. So
Well,
maybe,
there's a lot of privacy in the air, is something that you both know. Uh, so if that's the option that you'd like to exercise, it's something that you absolutely have at your disposal. So you go up and meet. Uh,
yes, yes, absolutely. So excited.
so you have Solara rising up to meet a Salazar in the air, and the connection happens. You're now in earshot of each other. Go ahead.
Salazar! Salazar!
Hi, Solara. Hi, thank you for coming to see.
Quick, 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 quick. Let's go
Okay,
this way first.
okay.
What are you doing here?
I'm afraid it's not as much of excitement or social visit as that, but I will get to that in a moment. First, how are things here in the Tree Spire? Have you sensed or seen or noticed anything different?
Hmm? Same as usual.
It's not true. Yesterday, you had somebody get poked by a thorn and it grew out of their hand. That's
I'm
not
not sure I
normal.
can trust Salazar just yet.
Okay, well, then that's fair. So you know that's not true in your heart of hearts while saying that out loud. That's fair.
Solara, now is not the time for games.
Hold on. You got to roll for that one. So, uh, Solara, you get to roll to conceal, and Salazar, you get to roll to reveal. You're rolling against each other. Um,
Okay.
so this is an interesting. So you're both going to roll duality dice, and you get to each choose which of your abilities to apply. So if you want to do this as instinct or presence or knowledge, you get to pick which of those you're doing. You can't really see it being any of the other three, but you can apply any of those three that you wish to either like using charm to conceal or reveal or knowledge or instinct. Makes probably most sense for both of you to use your instincts to try to do this against each other. And I'm just curious how it turns out. So
So
let's
we
see.
press instinct, then duality, or
Yeah, so
duality.
you can click the instinct, which is a +2, and it's going to bring up a box that says trait roll. And you can just click roll after clicking the instinct +2 to bring up instinct trait roll. And there's no advantage or disadvantage, and you're rolling against each other. So
So do
uh,
we do it simultaneously? Or it doesn't?
effectively, yeah. I mean, one of you is going to probably roll before the other in a matter of seconds or milliseconds, but yeah,
Are
it's resolving at the same time. So
you
go ahead
ready?
and both roll. Yeah.
So it's, I don't know how to read this. So, okay, 10 with hope, 5, 3 plus 2.
So you got
Just conceal.
5 hope, 3 fear, plus 2, total of 10.
+2. Yes.
Yeah. So that's a 10 with hope.
And
So
then I add
Salazar,
1 hope for me.
yeah, you do get a hope for that. And so Salazar's roll is,
A 15 with hope.
so you also get a hope. Um, Salazar, you know that Solara is playing something uh, close to the chest, so to speak, right? This is, um, there's something being held back. Uh, you're not necessarily sure what the motivation is, but you're detecting, you're picking up on that detail, that there's maybe more than is being revealed immediately.
Hi, Solara. Times are not for fun and games at the moment. I have witnessed some things in my travels that are of grave concern. And I'm here to enlist your insight into the nature of things. I fear that I know that things in nature are not quite as they should be, and I do not know what will come.
Are you sure about what you're saying?
Positive, Solara. So positive.
Because you know something had happened in the past that made us doubt a few things of what you can see.
This is not a vision. This is the here and now. This is the presence of the moment.
You know what? Let's go get something to eat first. Would you like something to eat first?
We don't have time for that, Solara.
A drink? You want a drink?
Solara, I must admit something to you.
Look, your
I,
shoes is dusty. Maybe let me just clean your feet for a second. You want us to wipe your feet for a bit?
Solara, please, you must listen to me.
I am.
I have. The protection of the great owl Nicta has been disrupted. My order has been infiltrated.
Are you sure you're not dreaming?
I'm sure.
How can you be sure?
I have seen with my own eyes.
Yeah, with your own eyes, but your eyes might be shut and asleep.
They are not.
It's happened before, you know, Salazar. When we were younger.
The changes I've seen only make sense with what I've experienced.
Yeah, but what state of being were you experiencing it?
Deeply connected to the presence of now.
Oh, come on. Come on, Salazar. It's me you're talking to.
Which is why I need to know. Have you noticed anything here? Changes in how things grow? Or maybe
Ha-
something different with the sun or the moon or the day?
have you
Differences in cycles?
have you actually spoken to my elder son and elder moon?
No. You have come to meet me here. I've only spoken with you first.
Yeah, but they know you're coming.
They have seen me, yes. I have not spoken with Sindri or Luna.
Oh, elder sun and elder moon. I get into trouble with them, you know. I don't always want to tell them everything.
I am not them, Solara. And I have shared deeply with you. The infiltration, the betrayal, the theft that I could not prevent. And now I must seek answers and find what has been stolen.
I'm sure you need some nourishment. Shall we have some nourishment first? Elder
What I
Sinte gave me some Vegemite earlier.
If I indulge in your Vegemite,
I'd like
Solara.
I'd like Salazar to make a presence roll to resist the temptation of a salty snack. With disadvantage because you've been flying like for a day.
With advantage?
With disadvantage, you're
With
hungry. You
disadvantage.
are hungry, so it's like hard for you to actually turn this down in my mind because of
Presence roll with disadvantage, right?
yeah. Yep.
Got it.
What happened?
I have a -3 with hope.
That bad, huh?
That bad.
So wait, with hope? Okay.
Yes. I have 2
Uh,
hope, 1 fear, and a 6
oh,
on
well,
the disadvantage die.
that's the worst possible roll with hope, by the way.
Yeah.
Like the
Yes,
statistically
absolutely.
worst roll with hope. Um,
And I
so
also can't
anyway,
even take the hope because I have too much hope.
yeah. So with that, you're gonna definitely give in to the cravings of your stomach and take a short rest to eat. So anything that you want to do before taking a short rest is something that you might want to do now. Um, I'm scanning your sheets for the term.
Yeah, it's the let me get there. Go away, dice.
So
It's my prayer dice.
oh, you know what? If you want to, because you're probably about to take a rest, if you wanted to re-roll your hope die as a d20, the 20-sided die, um, you could um, get a different result. If you'd like to open up the die roll and expand it and add the like get a d20. Um, how does this work? You just do a d20. Okay, so in the Orderborn community, um, you can click the slider for Hope D20, and you can do this once per short rest. If you want to try to re-roll that roll to resist using this D20 as a Hope die, we can reuse the 20 only. So if you want to do that roll, just
And
make sure
that's how
it
I use my
includes the
prayer dice. Is that
20-sided
what
die.
you're saying?
That's how you use the Orderborn dedicated community feature.
Ah.
And you would be
I see.
trying to stay liquid basically
Mm.
and continue flowing as opposed to stopping your flow to rest. And so that D20 it has more sides on it, so it can go from instead of a maximum of 12, it goes up to 20. I normally am rolling D20, and you normally are rolling 2d12s, 12-sided dice. So that's just a statistical difference. Anyway, there's a chance that if you re-roll this 20-sided die, it comes up higher than a 2. And if it comes up higher than a 2, I might have a different result than like making you go rest, that's what I'm offering. If you wanted to push it in a direction other than that. Otherwise, you take a short rest and you just refresh a little bit.
With the Vegemite.
Exactly. Yeah.
All
Salty
right,
snack.
roll the dice.
All right.
I don't know how to roll a 20 here.
So there's a little pop out, like a little button right arrow, and you can do plus D20. And that's really the only number I need is the D20 roll, or I can roll it for you on my table here if you want.
Plus the under the order bound? Or...
Or you can just open up the dice roll panel, and next to duality, there's a button that clicks to the right, and you do plus D20, and it comes up as a custom roll.
Duality. Ah, there it is. I found it. Got it. Okay, got it.
So if you roll that by itself, that's kind of what I'm looking to
13.
get. So yeah, that comes up way better. So then you got a 14 on the dice, and then you subtracted what was if you look at your history of rolls, what was the disadvantage penalty?
So my disadvantage was 6. I had a -3 with hope. I had a 2 hope, 1 fear, and a 6 on the disadvantage.
So we're at. So now you have wait, you had a 13 plus 13 on the 20. Was that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So 13 on the 20 minus 6 is 7 plus 1 is 8. Nah, you still take a rest. Sorry. That's a big disadvantage. So yeah, I think that's basically where we're gonna um, kind of conclude this little mini session, where the two of you are enjoying a bit of breakfast and increasing your levels of trust in the moment, and trying to get to the bottom of this rising potential calamity that faces your world. Any
That's
thoughts that you'd like to
exactly
share?
where I want you to be resting.
And then just for clarity on this, I'm trying to look at so I didn't, and this was by choice along the way, so I had never used those prayer dice, and there's nothing I can do with them now at this point, I think. I thought I could remove a stress, but I don't think I can. And I have full hope, so I can't add to my hope, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that just
Yeah.
goes away.
So for both of you, at the top of your character sheet in Demiplane, you can click the downtime button. It's at the very top of the page next to your level and near where you've got a little banner icon at the top. There's a button that says downtime. If you click that, you can.
Oh, so I'm resting also?
Well, so during a short rest, you both get to do some things. And so you get to do moves. So you can either do nothing, or you can clear
Oh, there's
stress or
something I want
repair
to do.
armor.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like Salazar has some stress to clear. So
So
Salazar
clear
might want to do
stress.
that. And so you might want to do that twice. I think you can do clear stress twice. Or you can clear. It looks like you get a D4
Plus your tier.
plus your tier. So you would clear at least 2 stress. So you don't need to do more than 1 clear stress move. You can also prepare, because you now have an adventure shaping up. You have an adventure to prepare for. And so preparation can be done with others. So you can prepare together, and you would gain additional hope for your next session. You can also click the reset once per session features button, and anything that you marked during this session gets cleared on the demiplane sheet. And we're not doing long rest right now, just to be clear. So for Salazar, I'm kind of recommending clear stress and prepare. For
Mhm.
Solara, I think it's
I
maybe
was
Did you just
prepare.
curious.
quick
Go
question?
ahead.
Did you clear the stress or did it do it automatically because I clicked the button? Because it cleared.
Um, I didn't do it intentionally, but if you clicked the confirm button on the short rest, that probably did it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying because I had it checked because that's what I thought you said. Yeah. Cool.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to see how that worked. Yeah.
And then the reset once per session features, I clicked that button. I think I wasn't actually trying to, but my mouse did click while I was on it. Um, and so on the Solara side, I'm recommending that you both check the prepare with others for either your move one or move two, and you'll gain hope together. Um,
Are we still on the downtime?
this is resolving the short rest as a downtime. Short rest is like a game mechanic, so it comes with these move actions.
So
Um,
prepare
yep, and then you don't
with
really have a
other.
second move to take, but you can select other, and we can just call it breakfast.
Okay.
Have breakfast.
Because I was so curious, like my imagination at this point was going like, I'm so interested in Salazar's shoes that I wanted to actually go into. I'm assuming it has some nature on his shoes that I wanted to talk to the shoes, the things inside, outside the shoes during the rest time.
Okay. Uh, yeah,
Because,
you actually do have the ability at your size scale to like detect the presence of even things like spores
yes,
and pollen
yes, because I still
and
don't trust anybody at this point, but
and
maybe the
so
shoes can tell me something.
yeah, go ahead and give me a nature's tongue.
But
Um,
before that, am I supposed to be confirming on the short rest downtime? Or leave that and go to the forum?
you're welcome to do this nature's tongue roll before or after the
Before?
rest. Yeah,
Okay.
and
So I give
before it
you
doesn't really. You could spend hope before gaining hope, which would let you get additional bonuses. So you can do an instinct roll +2.
instinct. Okay. Instinct roll. Roll it. And the answer is it's 15 with fear. 2 hope, 11 fear plus 2. That means I don't get to explore?
Uh, well, so yeah, so you use your nature's tongue, and you're kind of communicating to a colony of spores that have collected
Uh-huh.
on Salazar's feet, and they're able to validate
Ah.
the story
Ah, my
that
friend
Salazar's telling,
telling some truth.
and you're not really getting this in the form of language as much as like a feeling that washes over you,
Yeah.
like
That's why it's
the
making me
energy is
want to
an
take
energy of
those
truth.
breaths.
Hmm.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, you don't sense deception, concerns. You sense urgency, that like um, the response of the natural world is that there is distress, um, and that Salazar represents a solution to the natural world's new stress,
Okay.
and not necessarily in and of himself. You can sense that the natural world wants him to find help.
Okay. So that is then my validation.
Yeah, I think you're even able to uh, notice not just what's on Salazar's feet and shoes, but also that as you're observing, you notice on the ground near where you're making this observation a feather of an owl.
What, please?
An owl, a feather
Oh,
of an owl. And you believe, if you're to take the meaning of this owl's feather, um, you take that as a faint divinity whisper, that Nikta is trying to tell you that there's help needed. It is my portion of the natural world that Nikta is telling you is being disturbed. And that owl's feather validates Salazar's story to you just as much as anything that the spores are able to communicate with their energy. So there's this combination of portents that you're seeing um,
and
in
that
and
helps with the
on and
oracle
from
card.
Salazar. Hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
the card that we drew when we first woke up today also now is answered partly by this.
Yeah. And so I'm Justin the Wizard, and I've been joined once again by Jeff and Sheila. Andrew has been out today sick, so we have been getting our campaign started by introducing these two characters into the same place. I hope you are enjoying the journey so far if you're watching, and I hope that you tune in as we continue this story next time. Thank you, everybody, and good tidings.